do a message for the brokenhearted. So let's jump right in. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Thank you. Your love life is in a standstill. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. You're holding off because you're frustrating, but you're also holding off because you're waiting for someone. Interesting. You carry the burden of the past relationship because we have the Ten of Wands here. And not only do you carry the burden, that's crazy. You don't want to put it down. Okay. You're trying to manifest the old person. They think about you a lot, though. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. You're cold-hearted right now. You're bitter. One more, Spirit. Because you feel like you can't manifest what you deserve, what you want, what you feel like, almost like what you've earned. And you've been betrayed so much. You're afraid to even try a new relationship because you don't trust yourself. Like, you gaslight yourself a ton. So you just, it's a two-parter. You don't want to lay down the burden of the past relationship because a piece of you still deeply is waiting for them, trying to manifest them. If anything, you're wondering, like, TikTok, motherfucker, like, why haven't you popped up? And then the other part of it is you're also standoffish and bitter and cold-hearted towards I can't talk. You're just, that's crazy. Just because you don't trust yourself in a relationship. Okay. Spirit, show me this old person that the brokenhearted is stuck on. Show me this old person. Thank you. The devil came out, y'all. Hi. Thanks for being in the room. About the old person. It's the devil. You're their addiction and they're your addiction. And that's okay. That's okay. There's no judgment here. But the fact that you're still stuck on the devil, I mean, it goes hand in hand with not wanting to put down the burden of the past relationship. Because with that devil card, we want to be enslaved, right? Show me this devil. Please give us more on this, on the past person. Oh, Spirit does not like them. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. You were resisting an inevitable end. And even though you lost yourself in that past relationship, you still want them back. I'm hearing the devil that you know, or the hell that you know, is better than the heaven that you don't. To you, even though it was toxic and deeply codependent, my heart's racing. You were always questioning yourself with them. Like, my heart's racing like I took pre-workout. You were always questioning yourself with them. That's why you don't trust yourself in relationships, because you allow, oh my gosh, my heart is racing. You abandon yourself. So even though you knew that this wasn't a future, it was still better than any love you had ever received. Dang. That's why you're like, TikTok, motherfucker, when are you popping back up? Because you guys have a merry-go-round But I'm also hearing circus, a merry-go-round circus that you guys tend to spin the block. And we're in Mercury retrograde. I'm hearing one from the top. Okay, thank you. This is Spirit talking to you. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. They shattered your dreams. Spirit is almost like very gently being like that best friend that's like, but honey, what are we doing? Because sometimes Spirit yells and Spirit isn't yelling. Spirit's definitely like, what are we doing? Are we okay? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on for dear life. Okay. I want to see something. I want to see what this person wants to say to you. Okay. Show us the devil. What do they want to say to the brokenhearted? Oh my gosh. BRB, hold on. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. That's annoying. They're as addicted to you. That was coming through very, very clearly. They're as addicted to you. It's obsession, but it's like all-consuming obsession, right? Just a few notches below being a stalker, right? Which tells me they watch you. But you watch them too, and tarot counts. I'm hearing the top. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. 2 from the top. We need to let go of each other, y'all. That's hilarious. They talk negatively about to their friends. They talk to their friends like you were too much. Meanwhile, it was both of y'all, if I'm being honest. I remember every detail of that day. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Because I heard for some of you, that was the day, that was recent for you. You finally put your foot down. So you ended it. So they remember every detail of that day. And then for some of you, and it could be both, it's something where there's sunlight shining on someone's face. And it just feels warm. Like from the inside. So half of you, it's that day that you put your foot down and you're like, this ain't it, right? And then the other half is just remembering, almost like your smile, even though I can't see a face, but it's giving the warmth of when someone you love smiles at you. That's interesting. Okay. Let me see something. Spirit, is that devil coming back? We're in retrograde. Are they coming back? Because I don't like this. Are they coming back? They're trying to keep themselves distracted with work. It's not working. And I had a card fall, so hold on. Wow, you guys are mirroring each other. So we're looking at them, and we have the Ten of Swords reversed as well, right? So the Ten of Swords reversed also means someone who wants to come out of an ending. And you got that before too, where Spirit was like, hey, you know this was an inevitable end, but also it means you want to come out of this ending. So do they. But are they going to come forward? That's the question. Upright, no. Reversed, yes. Upright. I forgot what I said that fast. Hold on, let me tap in. Upright, no. Reversed, yes. We got a reversal. Hi. Thanks for being in the room, y'all. So yeah, they're coming forward. They're coming forward. I would say in the next month. Because cups mean months in the tarot. And we don't have cups here. Well, we do, but not regarding this question. We have one sword, the Ace of Swords. So I'm just going to read that as 1 month. So from now to this day in August, what is it, the 13th of August, they will pop up. But they're going to pop up in a way to test the waters. They're going to be real shy about it, y'all. Real shy. because they don't know where you stand, right? They don't know if you want it to rekindle. They're ashamed. They're ashamed because they were ashamed of you at some point. Like they're ashamed because they didn't show you off, because they didn't claim you loudly. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Okay. Spirit, what do you want the collective to do? What instructions do you have? We have the Knight of Swords reversed. This is an impulsive card. This is someone who like disregards consequences. So Spirit is saying that regarding this person, you're weak for them. You disregard how you know you're going to have to pick your face up off the ground after every single time they've disappointed you, broken your heart, played in your face, didn't choose you. Just all these micro moments, because there's like, it's accumulated is what I'm seeing. You know that you lack boundaries and you lack the self-respect in real time. So Spirit is saying, please respect yourself, because you tend to be impulsive regarding this person. Thanks for being in the room, guys. Spirit, what else do you have as a message for the brokenhearted? Okay, thank you. You need a pause. You need to be still. We have the Hangman. This is also a release card. You need to let this person go. You need to take everything that you've learned and you need to let go of them. You need a new perspective. We have a lot of water here. Thanks for subscribing. Aw. Spirit is also saying to the brokenhearted, we have another impulsiveness card. We have the King of Wands reversed. You're very quick to return to them. I feel like you make a big fuss, almost like a chihuahua, but you still go back, which I'm not judging. I've done that plenty of times. I have like one particular ex where it's no judgment here. It's a safe space, so it's fine. But Spirit's trying to give you a heads up. You need to let this go. You need to get your impulses under control regarding them. And you need to move on. Spirit, do you want them to pause regarding their love life or just this? I'm told to switch decks. Hold on. Do you want the collective to pause regarding love or just this person? Okay. We have the Six of Cups reversed. Just this person. That's what I was picking up on, but I wanted Spirit to speak up. So Spirit is saying, don't pause on your love life. If anything, keep moving forward. I keep hearing like that Dory, keep moving, or just keep swimming. That's what you need to do. But Spirit's being really, really clear, because this is a soulmate card. And you guys are so entangled with that Devil card. You're so entangled. Spirit is asking you to pause regarding them, not your love life. Spirit, is there anybody new coming in? Thank you. No, because you're blocking the energy. It's not a firm no. There will be new people, but you're not going to be receptive to it because we have the Ace of Swords reversed. Again, you're still waiting on that last person. And that's okay. But if you're wondering what feels blocked in the ether, what feels blocked in space, that's what it is. It's this. It's not, it's both of y'all. It's this person clinging on to your energy, because remember I said there are a few notches below a stalker. So it's both of y'all clinging to each other's energy, creating this invisible force field where any new opportunities, they can see you. It's like that show, The Dome. They can see you, but they can't walk through because you're both pulling on each other's energy. Okay. Anything else you want? The past person has something to say. Hold on. You said $5 for this shirt. Hello, thanks for being in the room. Okay, the past person. What is it that you have to say? Oh, they have a lot to say. Just being near you is intoxicating. What did I just get done saying? They're 2 notches below a stalker, which is okay. That's okay. We don't judge over here. We might talk a little shit, but we don't judge over here. Because this past person, they watch you. You're watching them. They're trying to get a feel of if they would be welcomed if they come back. Okay. I love you unconditionally. This is what they believe, but because they're choosing to speak with me and I can remote view, they believe this, but they don't know what unconditional in action love looks like. Because someone who loves you unconditionally and who has played in your face this much would let you go out of love and respect to allow you to heal. So they feel incredibly immature in how they process the world. Do they love you unconditionally by their standards? Yes. But is it a true definition of unconditional love? Absolutely not. Because the minute things get uncomfortable, or they get called out, or they get asked to do or be more, and it's all emotional is what I'm seeing. All of a sudden they got things to do, they're too busy. That's ugly. They have one more. Okay. I wonder if you're happy without me. What are y'all saying? Could I do a Libra reading, please? Okay. Yeah, I'll do a quick pull because this one's wrapping up. Let me do 3 cards for Libra. But as far as the message for the brokenhearted, because I'm wrapping that up, Spirit's being very, very clear with you. You need to let it go. It's a dead situation. And if you're wondering why the love of your life isn't walking in, is because your energetic signal is blocked because of that dome that you put yourself in by being obsessed, by waiting in an unspoken way, waiting in the ether for the past person, the devil. You guys are addicted to each other. They're as addicted, and you're both very codependent, which again, there's no judgment. But as a result, if you're wondering what it is that you're like, I can't get a relationship to stick, or the people that I want aren't finding me, they're not coming in, you're blocked. You're blocked. But it's a self-imposed block. Spirit's asking you, you've learned the lessons, let them go. Okay. I'm going to pull a few cards for Libra. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do pink deck. Spirit, what do you have for Libra from now until the end of July? Please make it clear and concise. From now until the end of July. Okay, thank you. Someone's rushing towards you. So right now I'm doing Libra. I'm pulling a few cards for Libra, okay? So the message for the brokenhearted has ended. Just pulling a few cards for Libra. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, I can pull a few cards, put them in the chat. But just one question, because it can go on and on. Someone's rushing towards you. I was going to say you're rushing towards someone, but that's not it. Someone's rushing towards you. See what's happening here. We have the Ace of Swords upright. They're going to be having, this is an adult conversation card. So they're going to be having some talk about, I get it now, I had an epiphany. Basically, they've had a breakthrough. And they're going to have an adult conversation with you. And that's coming in really fast with the Chariot. Oh my God, stop. And then the Knight of Swords. Excuse me, my apologies. Look at these two fast-ass moving cards. Look at this. Didn't I just get done saying that's coming in really fast and then boom. Can't make this up. Okay. I understand. So I'm going to do two from the top of the deck. Still on Libra here. We have the Two of Wands reversed and we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Right now, Spirit wants you to know that, and they want you to know as well, they've had a huge fear of change and they've been playing love, their love for you, their care for you, small, just because the fear of unknown is not a small statement for them. Like, I mean, for most people, but like it's crippling, right? Some people have the fear of unknown and it motivates them. Some of them acknowledge the fear and proceed anyways. This is crippling for them, okay? They don't even know where to start to try to break out of their comfort zone, because this is also someone who has like a hard time planning. And we have Wands and Wands, look here, reversed. With the Ace of Wands reversed, that's someone who's weighed down. That's a delay, like a standstill. So they're rushing in, but if you're wondering like what's happened, because you've been feeling it in the air almost, kind of like, I grew up north, so everyone won't relate to this, but when the seasons change, you can smell it in the air. So you can smell when fall is coming, you can smell when summer's coming, etc. You, Libra, you can feel it in the air, you can smell it, taste it, experience it in the air, that they should have been here by now, right? And Spirit's telling you that's what's been the delay. They don't even know how to just jump. Have you ever heard just jump off the porch? Have you ever heard that? That's like an old saying for like hitting maturity. They don't know how to do that. Let me see here. I'm just checking the comments. Okay, I agree. Life's not over. You could definitely start again for the message to the brokenhearted. Let me see. You said reversed. No, that's not what reversed means. Reversed doesn't imply sexuality in any way. Reverse just means the opposite of the upright meaning, that's all. But I'm sure you're trolling. But it was funny though. Okay. And switch to the black deck. Still on Libra. Spirit, what's a closing message for Libra, please? Thank you. Death. Something's going to happen where it changes how you feel about it all. There's going to be a catalyst. Something is going to happen where it won't hit the same. The love won't hit the same. It's either going to be they take too long, because are they coming? Yes. But it's either going to be they take too long, or they aren't as vulnerable as you feel like you deserve. It's honestly, I'm hearing time quite a bit, but it's people are at different timelines with their journey. But something's going to happen where it's not going to resonate the same. Spirit, what's going to happen that Libra's not going to feel the same? Thank you. The Page of Swords, communication. It's not... Whatever it is that they say to you, it's not going to hit how it needs to hit. You're just going to be kind of like, just anticlimactic. Like, that was all? You took that long for that? One more. Thank you. From the top. The Emperor. You're just going to look at it in a very, like, this is beneath me way. And that's okay. But it's just not going to feel the same. You're going to feel like this is what I've been waiting for. Okay. How does Libra feel about this person right now? Thank you. You want it's the Five of Pentacles reversed. You want them to come back. You feel like you've been left out in the cold, waiting and shit. Excuse my language. You want them to come back. You want to come out of the cold. That's funny. So yeah, you're eagerly anticipating. But it's just not going to feel the same. It's not that you'll love them less. It's just not going to feel the same. You're definitely going to be like, yeah, I deserve more. Was that it? Was that it? Let me see. Do I have any questions? Okay. Y'all can ask questions if you'd like before I jump off. Just put it in the chat and I'll answer. You do deserve more. I agree. Because honestly, the way the whole hesitation felt as I was, receiving downloads and pulling cards, it just felt very immature in communication, right? Are they immature? I'm not saying that, but it felt very immature and like not spitting it out. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a Leo 100%. If I roll with you, I roll with you. I claim anyone I claim out loud. So you do deserve more. Absolutely. You can ask a question, but I don't understand what you mean by translation, Hex. Just ask your question and I'll see if I can answer it. Translation with Google. Yeah, but everyone in the room, if you want to ask a question, go for it. And I'll pull a few cards for you. But thank you for asking me to pull for Libra, because I love talking to you guys. And I do the elements, so it's nice to pull individually. Yeah, but if you have a question, just put it in the chat. Just a one-topic question, and I'll go ahead and pull. Should I move on from my current situation? That's nobody 5367. I can ask. If if that was you translating, the translation I'm not entertaining, so maybe try again if you're not trolling. But okay, for nobody, let's go ahead and ask. Let's clean out the energy. Spirit, should nobody move on from the current situation? That was a quick pull. Wow. You're really divided, aren't you? I got the Six of Cups and I got the Ten of Swords. You're really divided. They feel like a soulmate. They feel like home. But boy, do you want out? That I don't think I've ever seen such a split come out that quick. Dang. Okay. You know what it is? Your energy's heavy, but not in a bad way. Your energy's heavy, so your energy's showing up. So let's pull some more for you, okay? I'm hearing one more though. Hold on. That's crazy. Let me show you. So this is what came out, and then I heard one more, please. And this would be in the middle of the two. So this is someone who's diligently working on something. So this is you diligently trying to decide between the two. You have really, really strong energy. That's awesome. Hold on, let me catch up to the comments. I can ask if your settlement's ready. Just give me a second. I'm still on nobody. But yeah, I can ask. Okay. Hold on. Let me back up so I can ask it how you asked. Your energy's so heavy, nobody. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to like, you know when you're swimming, you're trying to like move the water from in front of you. That's what I'm trying to do with your energy right now, because like you feel so bogged down by this. It's not like messing you up with day to day, but boy, is it taking up a lot of like your mental space, right? Okay. Should nobody move on from their current situation? That was a quick pull also. There's a lot of disharmony. You got the Two of Cups reversed. This is a breakup. So Spirit is saying yes. It's because you don't trust them. You don't trust them. Exactly. One more, thank you. You don't trust them. Hold on, let me catch up to the comments. You said you hear that all the time, nobody. No, it's not a bad thing. It was just very like, okay, I got to take your energy and put it here so that I can actually answer. You're scared that you're pregnant. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's look at this. And then I'm gonna answer Barbie's question, and then we can circle back if I don't have any more questions, nobody. But addressing the three that came out for you, you don't trust them. There's a huge issue in the disharmony, and there's a huge breakdown in communication. This is a breakup card. This is pouring out your cup of love, right? This card is also a choice. In the original Arcana artwork, it's like being chosen. So this is a lack of choosing them. But again, you came out with, it's interesting how it came out. You have very strong energy. We have the Two of Swords. That's someone who's at a deadlock between two decisions. And then what came out, the third one, is the Five of Wands upright. Disagreements, tension, conflict, rivalry. Y'all fight a lot. Even if it's not like, because there's different kinds of fighting, but y'all don't, there's distrust there. But anywho, it came out again. Here's the answer from Spirit. You're at a deadlock because you have a difficult decision to make between letting go or staying in this conflict-heavy situation. Spirit is saying let go. But again, I'll circle back to your pregnancy question. Let me address Barbie 2299. Hope that helped for what I did offer. That was a lot. Let me see. Is Barbie's settlement ready? Oh my gosh, it's taking too long. We can ask for sure. Spirit, answer Barbie. Is their settlement ready? Oh my gosh. My collective has such strong energy. Oh my gosh. I love y'all. It's not ready. It's not ready. But when it comes in, okay. So we have the Two of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Wands reversed, which was interesting because that came out over here, but it's reversed. But either way, it doesn't matter because we shuffled everything and we cleanse the energy. But essentially, this is, you're going to be coming out of deadlock. It's not ready yet. The wheels in the background are turning, like the invisible realm, like the things you can't see are turning because you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So things are moving slow right now, but once they pick up, they're gonna go rolling. The Wheel of Fortune. And this is absolutely in your favor because this is destiny. And as a result, once things get rolling, you're gonna come out of hardship because we have the Three of Swords reversed. So the Three of Swords is also other parties. So if you're having money issues, or if you're having just anxiety about money, or it doesn't have to be like a person, it depending on what the context is. So whatever the extra sword is in this heart, whatever that is, it's going to be a non-factor. And it could just be the anxiety of it all, right? It's going to be a non-factor. So right now it's moving slow, but a decision has been made. You're moving out of deadlock. It's just slow. But the minute it truly hits, things are going to come in so quick, so fast. And you're going to come out of this like, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just communicating what I'm receiving. You're going to come out of this like, woe is me emotion. I'm also receiving, Spirit is saying to you, your anxiety, because you're powerful, right? Your anxiety is sending static. Yeah. Like electricity. It's sending static in the unseen realm where it's causing kind of these mishap delays because you're so strong and you're so powerful. There's other mishaps and delays, but you're also contributing to it by your heaviness. So I would recommend, this is me talking to you now, keeping your hands busy, keeping your mind distracted, but everything is in your favor. There's so much just fortune. Money has a frequency, but I will say to you, I understand, thank you. Yeah, you need to shift your frequency. You have the Nine of Cups reversed. You're like, is this wish ever going to even come true? Yeah, you're getting in your own way. The Temperance, balance is coming in, no question. And guess what? Finished off with the King of Pentacles. That's a rich motherfucker right there. You, buy me a coffee is what I'm going to say, because you're going to be good. You're going to be good. I feel like you already knew that. I just got chills. You already knew that. Again, you're staticky. It's anxiety. And that's okay. But you're getting in your own way. So the advice I'm giving you as like a person, not from Spirit, the song Ring My Bell has the money frequency to it. So play that nonstop all day, every day. Even in the background, if it's real quiet and you can't even really hear it, but the frequency is going off, that'll offset your anxiety frequency that we're talking about. But okay, let me check the comments. Hope that helped. Okay, nobody is saying I have a pool to walk away. Let's see. Aw, thank you, Barbie. You're awesome too. I appreciate it. I blush real easy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hard breeze. Let me see. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation, nobody. I appreciate that. You're so right. So much distrust, trust. Okay. Harbies, if you still have a question, you can put it in there. I'm just trying to catch up to the chat. Okay. Barbie, you are so welcome. Thank you for asking. I love being of service to you guys. Okay. Nobody, if you're still in the room, we can pull again for you. It's up to you. Just let me know that you're in the room. And anybody who has a question, just go ahead and put it in the chat because I'm still pulling. The read for the message for the brokenhearted is done already in case anyone new's come in. So right now I'm just taking questions, just free questions. Also, I just uploaded Evil Eye protection bracelets on my Etsy because I felt a heavy pull to do that. And I got to learn to stop arguing with spirit. But Kitty Love Messages, who featured me on a collab, she's such a sweetheart. I love her. Please go watch her. She's scary good. She is. She's like, sometimes I watch her and I'm like, that hurt my feelings because it's like so spot on. And it's like things I know, but it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you want to hear it and you're like, I don't know if I wanted to hear that. But anyways, definitely go watch her. But she was so sweet. She paid me for my portion of the collab, which she didn't have to do because I was just happy to be there, right? And that's what I used to get the bracelets and all the other features that go with it. So that's up on my Etsy. Yes, collabs are definitely great. And she was just kind enough to want to do that with me. So I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I get so humbled with things like that. I'm like, me? Okay. So she's a sweetheart. She's a good lady. Let me see. Harbriz, did you want to ask a question? And then nobody, if you're still in the room, you can ask your question. Okay, I see it. You said I am. Got it. And then I got some hearts from Barbie. Thank you. I love the love. Okay. What do you want me, because I've done a bit since then. What do you want me to pull on? Nobody. So just ask a new question in the chat. And Barbie, if you have a new question too. I know. Yes. I love Kitty. I love Kitty Barbie. She's just, you said it, purr. I love it. Love it. I'm a Leo like her. So anytime she's, if I'm lucky I catch her live, I always have to catch it after. But anytime I catch her live, I always go roar. I always put that in her chat. Let's see. But yeah, I love Kitty, and she's so good. She's such a good reader. A pregnancy. Okay. What's the question about the pregnancy? And Barbie, if you wanted to ask another one, go for it. Just anyone who's in the room, just go ahead and ask a question. And I'll just go in the order that they come in. Are you pregnant? That's the question. Got it. Ooh. That's heavy, girl. Not the question, just the energy on it. All right. Who's the grandmotherly figure or like an auntie figure? Like that type of energy? Who is that in your life? Nobody. Who is that? It doesn't have to be a grandma or an auntie, just that type energy. Who's that in your life? Because I'm trying to filter what's coming in, and there's a lot of that energy. There's a lot of judgment there too from them. Let me know. Let me know, nobody. Okay. Mom. Does she have that like auntie grandma kind of energy that I'm talking about? Yeah. Because I know it's your mom, but again, I don't mean an actual grandma or an auntie, like that kind of energy where it's like, I don't know. I always think of like a southern, like, ooh, baby, like, there's some judgment there. It's not like mean judgment, it's like overly protective, like, are we making the best decisions kind of judgment. Okay. Spirit, is nobody pregnant? You have the Seven of Cups. The King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Yes, old school. That's a great way to put it. That's what I'm trying to say basically when I say like that auntie, grandma, southern. That's what I'm trying to say essentially. Okay. What's interesting about you, nobody, you have a very grounded energy about you. Very Taurus almost, or just like earth sign. I'm not saying you are an earth sign. I'm just saying, and I would check your placements. You might have a lot of earth in your chart, but very stoic, very, you know who you are. There can't move you to the left or to the right. And it's a beautiful trait. But I say that to say, now that we're on this question, I'm like, my heart feels uneasy. Like it went from very like just stoic to kind of like, which makes sense, but I'm just impressed. You have very, very strong energy. Let me see. Gemini. Okay. Okay. I would check your placements. You have a lot of soothing, just earth energy to you. I would definitely check your placements. Check your birth chart. Okay. Um, with the Seven of Cups, it's telling me you're going to be faced with some choices. The King of Wands, the way the King is reading right now, is someone who is tricky, two-faced. And then it's finished off with the yeah. And then let me know. I would love to know too. Your placements, I mean. Um, because I'm a fire sign, but I have so much water, which makes sense why I'm emotional. I'm just like fire and water. Two most emotional ones. But you're finished off with the Nine of Wands, which is on guard pessimism. Spirit's not answering, but Spirit's saying you're going to be faced with a difficult decision. And whatever you choose is going to put you in hermit mode because hermit is at the bottom of the deck, what's hidden. I heard it's what you don't see coming because you seem like someone who keeps to themselves, but you're not a hermit per se. That's fire, Sag. Yeah, Spirit's not is not answering. I think because your energy's so heavy that's all that's coming through. So Spirit's only like giving a bit of a whisper, if you will. No, that's not right. Spirit is saying because you're not supposed to know yet. This Seven of Cups is bothering me. Okay. Reveal the Seven of Cups. What else do you have to say, please? Thank you. No, it's way too many. I'm told to switch. Okay. Let me see. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. You seem like you would keep to yourself, but it's not like you're. I don't know if I'm expressing myself very well today. Because I was gonna say, it seems like you're not a homebody, but that doesn't resonate with me. You're just not a hermit. Like, I go out of my way to not go outside, girl. That doesn't seem like you. Maybe a homebody, but not like a hermit. I consider myself a hermit, right? Let me see. Yeah, no, I can feel you. Like, this, ugh. Okay. Speak to us about the Seven of Cups, please. That's a every single time, girl. It's been a mini deck that flies out so much. That's spirit having a ton to say and yelling. Please make it clear and concise for nobody. Address the Seven of Cups. Okay, thank you. You're giving me anxiety, nobody. I need this to stop, girl. I need this to stop, okay? I understand, thank you. We have the... Hey, Barbie. Absolutely. Thank you for wanting to ask another question. Okay, I'll definitely answer that in a second. We have the High Priestess reversed. That's things that are hidden. That's frustrating for me because I already told you Spirit is saying she's not supposed to know. Right now, at least. It has a right now energy to it. Frustrating. It's very, it's for me, it's very rare that I can whatever I'm asking. And the only time I can is someone, vampires can block other vampires like that. And that's not what's happening. Spirit is simply saying, it's not that time to talk about right now. Because we have the High Priestess reversed. That's secrets. But that's also someone who's disconnected from their intuition. So I was going to say this is me talking, but it's not. It is Spirit. So it's me and Spirit talking to you now. I would challenge you to really look at, regardless if you're pregnant or not, do you feel like you're aligned? Do you feel like you're where you're supposed to be? And I know you know the answer, right? But I want you to tap into yourself because this is also someone who is intentionally ignoring their intuition. This is someone who's intentionally just withdrawing from your own abilities. And because you're doing that, you're having a hard time finding, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, you're having a hard time finding stability. This is a stability card. And then it's finished off with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. That's a lack of planning card. And what I'm hearing is you're basing your planning around the question, which is, are you pregnant or not? Which logistically, as a human, that there's no judgment. That shit makes sense. But Spirit is challenging you because Spirit isn't giving a plain answer. And if you've noticed, I get plain answers. So the fact that I'm not getting a plain answer, that very much stands out. Spirit's asking you to tap in with yourself. And when you do that, when you decide to feel aligned, thank you. Okay. The Hangman, you'll have a new perspective. And I'm hearing that you'll have a new perspective on these options. I don't like the lack of clarity either, and I just got chills. But Spirit's really in your favor. Like you live a decent and honest life. Like you don't play with people. So Spirit's really in your favor. And I'm hearing that Spirit is saying, if they were to give you the answer, you would make decisions from that place. And again, logistically, duh, but Spirit's asking you to tap in with yourself. Because right now you're in a pessimistic, on guard place. This is someone who's wearing two faces. So you're not tuned into yourself, intentionally disconnected. And Spirit's asking you to please stop doing that. Because you will be faced with options. And once you stop doing that, you'll be in your 10 of Pentacles energy, because the way it's reading for you, it's reading a little differently with this card. It'll basically be, you'll feel more aligned and more like yourself, so you'll be able to make decisions as boldly and as assured of yourself as you always are. Again, it is a very wholesome message from Spirit, but it's not quite the answer you were looking for. But spirit is very much acknowledges your power. That it's a beautiful thing. I want you to know that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not reading. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Trying to at times by intuition. I don't hear people. Confirmation ding. Yeah, I love that confirmation ding. I love that. I mean, bells are, I don't know if y'all know, bells are powerful. Just chimes in general. That's why I keep these, so they're constantly jingling. A few different things I keep that's constantly jingling. But Spirit acknowledges your authority, and that's beautiful. I'm 35, I'll be 36 in a couple weeks. I've only met 2 hands full of people where Spirit acknowledges other people's authority. So, aw, thank you. Thank you for saying that, because I feel bad. I'm like, I didn't have the second part, right? I feel like the first part I was killing it, and then the second part I'm like, but I'm the vessel, so I can only deliver what I'm being told. Also, I'm nosy. I want to know now too. So circle back maybe if you want. Let me know. But no, thank you for allowing me to be in that vulnerable space with you, because I definitely could feel you. So thank you, because that was heavy. But yeah, okay. Let me go to Barbie's question. You know what's interesting? That was clearing your energy, by the way. Because I was thinking that, I was like, I need to snap. I need to do something with sound to clear nobody's energy. And then my phone, let me see. If y'all don't know, you can snap and it'll like wipe out the energy. Clapping, but snapping is usually the best. You see. So Barbie says, thank you for letting me ask another question. I've recently moved my granddaughter in. Can my son and her live under my roof for a bit? That's a great question. It's a great question. And thank you for being patient, Barbie. Spirit, we're on Barbie. Can you make the messages clear and concise? Can her son and her and her granddaughter live under her roof for a little bit? What is that? Is your son a knucklehead? Respectfully? I just mean stubborn. When I say knucklehead, I mean stubborn. That's what that means for, like, I don't know. Sometimes I talk like I'm in the 1940s, but someone's stubborn. Feels like him. Let me see. Okay, so immediately we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new project. And it's definitely potential for a new beginning. So that's a great sign, okay? Then we have the Two of Wands, which is someone who is planning. It's progress. So there's potential here, okay? The third card is the Chariot reversed. So here's where it gets a little iffy. It's a lack of direction card, but it's also carelessness and arrogance. I'm hearing an issue, especially with this card, an issue with self-discipline. There's someone who has a hard time respecting boundaries. I'm not trying to be rude. Is it your son? It's just, I'll say this, there's a lot of masculine energy, which doesn't always mean male, right? I have a lot of masculine energy, and I'm as feminine as they come, y'all, but my energy is masculine as hell. I don't even do masculine things. I strong presence. So we'll go with masculine energy, right? It's finished off with the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending. It's also a betrayal card. Okay. This is what the cards are saying, Barbie. There's a lot of potential for things to go well here, but what the cards are saying are move slow, because we have the Chariot reverse. Move slow. The inevitable ending would be it failing, because we have the Ten of Swords here. Let's see what else comes out. I think it'll go good for a good while, but it'll end badly, is what Spirit is saying. Because of whoever has the heavy masculine energy, lacking discipline, and I'm hearing with their tongue. So that could be stubbornness, that can be challenging everything. Again, I heard issues with boundaries, and issues with boundaries, it means, obviously, it can mean respecting people's physical items, like their property, but it also can mean, like, I don't know, if you say, I don't like this joke, please don't joke about that topic, and someone, I don't know, 2 days later makes an almost identical joke. That's a lack of respecting boundaries. So whoever has the heavy masculine energy, I'll be sincere. It's really coming across like your son. There's just arrogance there. And the arrogance, I think, because it's men, like men don't really have a lot of leeway to be passive aggressive or to be arrogant, because it almost comes across like aggression. So do I think it's plain old aggression? No, but I think it's kind of this almost cattiness is how I categorize passive aggressiveness. That's my granddaughter, boundaries. Okay. Does she have the masculine energy? Again, it's heavy masculine energy. It's heavy masculine energy. That's why I use myself as an example, because I don't know how to turn it off. And I know my daughter's masculine as all heck, but she's as ladylike as they come. It's just an energy thing. Some people are just very like, they know who they are. It's very hard to like. I don't know if I'm explaining well. I'm not well spoken today, guys. Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie to you, Barbie. I'm not a fan. It's gonna start off well, and then something's gonna happen where there's a lack of respect, is what it's gonna come down to. Because when I think of self-discipline, the way I view that is self-control, right? So if someone doesn't have the self-discipline, self-control to know when to stop arguing, right? Aw, that's a high compliment, I feel like, because I love Kitty, so thank you. He said you get us mixed up. Kitty's love messages, for anyone who's wondering. Definitely go check her out. But let's pull some more. Let's pull some more. Spirit, what comes after this Ten of Swords? How is it going to play out for Barbie? Okay, thank you. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. I'm so sorry. This is like not the best reading. Because I asked, what comes after this Ten of Swords? What comes after the painful ending, right? And there's going to be material loss as a result of the painful ending. Something that affects the finances. Whichever individual that has the masculine energy that we're talking about, they're also obsessed with material things, if that helps clear it up for you. So whoever's obsessed with status, how they, if they look wealthy. So whichever individual, for further clarity, that is going to be the arrogant knucklehead. um it's that one. It's the one that's obsessed with status they come across, and material things. And it doesn't mean they're like, I don't know, it doesn't mean they're gaudy with it. It doesn't mean like they're, dressed head to toe in design. It doesn't mean that. Just obsessed with how they come across, their status, how they look, right? That person. That's the person that we're talking about. The masculine energy. That. Okay. But yeah, there's going to be some type of financial loss, material loss as a result of the ending. And then it's finished off with the Nine of Wands. It's going to put you in a pessimistic, on guard place. And what I'm hearing very clearly, that that's not your nature. Like, you're not, yes, single parent, spoiled. I mean, that's definitely a thing for sure. Um, you have a good head on your shoulders. You don't just give willy-nilly if you don't see fit or if you don't feel led to, right? So you're not, because some people just give without thinking, and that's not always wise. So you have a good head on your shoulders, but it is in your nature to give, which is a beautiful thing. And that's why you have a good head on your shoulders, because you've been burned in the past, where you've learned when to stop giving, because giving is your nature, so there really is no changing that, which is a beautiful thing. But you've had to learn how to, or when to stop giving. And whatever's going to occur here is going to make you kind of backstep into questioning, like, do I know when to stop giving? Because gosh, I didn't see this coming. Spirit, what's going to happen? What's this Ten of Swords? What's going to happen? Okay. You know what it is, Barbie? There's different timelines. There's different timelines. Because the cards show possibilities. There's different timelines. So with this ending, it can be a multitude of reasons. That's what my pauses are. Gotcha. I got to take charge. Yes, 100%. But what? Because your heart is so just. Again, it's your nature. Like, it's just. I think your version of taking charge, and this is me remote viewing, I think your version of taking charge is still too giving, is still too, gives too much grace, right? And it's it it's just your nature. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be clear, at all. Uh, but again, I think your version of like being firm isn't firm enough, right? Especially, this is me talking now, like as a person, especially when we love someone, right? We kind of have blinders on, or like, what is it? Rose colored glasses kind of thing. Um, but no, I can remote view that very easily. Your definition of firm isn't firm enough, because you'll be firm in one area, and then a lot of time won't pass and you'll just ease up, right? To the point where now you're not firm at all. And for people who take, whether they have bad intentions or not, right? But just for takers, some people are naturally takers. For takers, they clock that quick. They clock that really quick. If anything, I have Irish twins, so I have a 9 and a 10-year-old, and I tell them all the time that God did that on purpose, because my daughter was a surprise, and then my 2 other sons were planned. But I say my middle son is like you. He has a heart like you, right? Even when he's being firm, his version of firm isn't firm enough. And then there's my daughter, who's naturally a taker, but she doesn't do it on purpose. She's just naturally that's kind of her. I want it, I get it. There's really no gap there. Versus for people like my son and yourself, the first thought is, how can I share this? I want to share this. Oh my God, this makes me happy. Let me make others happy. You see how the first mind is different for you guys? So for takers, they clock that quick. So for my kids, I tell them that God did that on purpose because she needs to learn how when to not take and when to be soft, and he needs to learn the literal opposite. When to stand 10 toes down on business and when to be firm. And the God I serve, there's no coincidences because they need each other. Um, but I'm using that as a reference to say, you're so kind that I would challenge you to say to even look at what your definition of standing 10 toes down on business is. I feel it's my own. I feel it's my on this earth lesson and duty to help raise these two. That resonates with me deeply because your son energetically, I don't know how old he is, but he feels young. Not teenage young, but maybe like 22 young. I'm 35. I think we all know what I mean by 22. It's a different kind of young. It's like not teenager, but like you don't think things through either. Does that make sense? I swear to God, I can't articulate today. Mercury retrograde. Okay. Spirit, make the messages clear and concise. Spirit's asking me to change decks in a second here. What do you have to say on this deck regarding the Ten of Swords? Okay. Yeah, there it is. The Ten of Swords, Spirit, don't forget the question, which is, what is it that you have to say regarding this, Spirit? What is this, right? Because the question before that was, why? Why is this here? We got the Ten of Wands reversed because you're carrying the entire burden, or you will be. I think you're going to start off slow, like we mentioned, and everything's going to be good and methodical, and you're like, this is going great. Look at them. But something's going to happen where you end up, and it's not something because I've already covered. There's going to be like a lack of respecting boundaries, a lack of, again, I view self-discipline as self-control, a lack of self-control, arrogance. And again, for men, in my opinion, arrogance tends to come across as aggression, but that's like a me opinion thing, like my opinion. So those things are going to happen where there's going to be, I'm hearing entitled, there's going to be a sense of entitlement in that behavior. And that's going to be the catalyst, right? And it's going to turn into, and this is what's going to cause the ending, you doing it all, you carrying the entire load. This is a burnout card. Stressed, doing it all, carrying the entire burden, burnout. Spirit has something to say on the black deck for you, so let's see real quick. Still answering, you know, the Ten of Swords. Okay, make the messages clear and concise. What is it that you have to say to Barbie? Okay, thank you. Okay. We have the Fool and the Tower reversed. So Spirit is saying there is an opportunity for a new beginning and for things to not play this way out, which resonates deeply with me, pausing because I can see, have you ever seen Doctor Strange, the second one, I believe, where you can see the different timelines? That's what was happening. So there is a timeline where you catch yourself in a sense, and there is an opportunity for things to shift before they get to the Ten of Swords. And then there's a new beginning. And the Tower reversed is, you know, the things sorting themselves out. I'm going to be sincere, Barbie. That's a timeline, but that doesn't scream at me. Clarify this, Fool. Thank you. Yeah. The Fool, the only chance for a new beginning is if you don't burn yourself out and do it all, right? I heard very loudly housework, but it's everything, emotional labor as well. And if you don't allow yourself to be manipulated, because we got the Magician reverse clarifying the Fool, which would be that new beginning, right? Don't allow yourself to be manipulated. I'm not saying that they're manipulative, but sometimes, again, sometimes people are takers and they don't. This is me talking as a person now. Sometimes people are takers and they don't realize that the behavior is manipulative. So I'm not saying it's malicious. I'm not saying that it's they're plotting and planning. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the behavior will be so deeply inconsiderate of your existence that your default setting is to do it all because you are a lover and you are a giver. And then that turns to burnout. And then that turns into a painful ending, a betrayal, right? Which is going to cause some material loss. What I saw with that, which I didn't want to say, is some type of physical altercation. But there is an opportunity for change, hypothetically, if you don't allow yourself to be manipulated and you refuse to do it all. That's a possibility. There's still free will. Your loved ones could be like, nah, I'm not feeling that, and double down. But there is a possibility, right? But I am being sincere. That doesn't scream at me. That is a timeline that's presented itself. So I'm sorry. That wasn't like a really happy reading. I'm so sorry, Barbie. But I have to give what comes out. I'm the messenger. So don't be mad at me. I'm going to think about that for like 4 days. I'm so sorry, Barbie. Let me see. Any closing messages for Barbie Spirit? Any closing messages for Barbie? Oh my God. Okay. Any closing messages for Barbie? Thank you. Oh gosh. We have the Star and the Nine of Cups. I'm hearing, don't let this steal your hope. And let me see. Oh, I appreciate you too, Barbie. Thank you. I'm over here like, I'm sorry. I don't like the news. I'm sorry. So thank you for being receptive. I'm grateful. The closing message for you, Spirit is asking you to please not lose hope, because, and this is just vibrating in the room right now. Your soul is so beautiful, and part of your light is because of how deeply you hope and like believe in others, and there isn't enough words to describe it. That's part of your light. That's part of your beauty. So Spirit is asking you to please not get lost in this and lose your hope. Because again, it's more than just hope. It's because the star is, think of it as the northern star, the guiding light. So view it like that, right? So your light is a guiding light for others. So Spirit is saying, please don't lose hope in humanity. Please don't lose hope in your nature of giving. Please don't lose hope in how you love, right? Because of everything that could potentially play out for the reading we did, it can steal, not steal, but, well, you don't say things on accident. It can steal someone's light. It can dim their light, right? And then we had the Nine of Cups reversed, which is the opposite of good. But essentially, Spirit is saying, what I'm hearing loudly with this one is, please don't put all your cups in one place. You know that saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because what happens is, this Nine of Cups is one shy of being complete, right? The entire decks for each, forget what they're called now, the swords, the cups, the wands, etc. Each one goes to 10. So this is one shy of 10, so it's one shy of completion. Spirit is saying to you with this closing message, don't put your faith in man, don't put your faith in expecting them to act how you act, expecting them to act right, chivalrous and considerate and etc. Don't expect them to be that 10th cup for you, right? Because you, regarding this opportunity to exist in the same house, you're viewing it as 9 of cups, like, wow, me plus them, there's potential here. Spirit is asking you to not exist in that place, because in general, that's not a healthy place to exist. We are our own 10 of cups. So if you're expecting them to be that cup that comes in and bring peace and completion, don't do that. Don't do that. And that's the advice, because it's easier. Okay. Thank you, Barbie, for letting me read for you. Just being receptive. So thank you. Let me see. Yaz DZ. I'm trying to move on and leave him behind, but it's very difficult. I keep having to remind myself of what he did to me. He shattered you. He can keep your name out of his mouth. Yeah, no, that's fair. Did you want me to pull regarding that? No, that's heavy. I'm very sorry. That's heavy. I'm very sorry. But let me know if you want me to pull on anything. And then we have T3 shorts. I've really been hurt and I don't think I can ever love again. Yeah, that's heavy too. I'm sorry. It be like that sometimes, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. If you want me to pull on something, I can. It's up to you guys. But honestly, I appreciate the honesty, because I don't think I'm a bitter bitch, but I don't really like seeing happy couples online. I'm like, cool, moving on. So I guess I'm trying to say I get it. I get it. I don't wish them bad, but I'm definitely like, cool, we get it. You're happy. So I get it, guys. Nobody says, sometimes I feel different or like I don't belong. Do I have the gift to heal, see, or know things? I can tell you right off the bat, goddamn girl, both, all three. I say both because personally, I don't know if you can see, but I know you can heal and know things. I know I already had my antennas. We already vibed energetically. I can tell you right now. But the C, I'm not sure. I can pull on that. Just give me a second. I'll wait if someone else has a question. Okay. What I heard just now for you, nobody, was every single time you tell yourself you're crazy, you're not. So stop doing that. It's spiritually, any muscle is like the physical muscle. Oh yeah, I heard that really loud. You're like, I'm crazy. And you kind of just shrug it off and you move on. And you try not to think about it, but it bugs you. And you're just like, nah. I'm not telling people that. I'm not trying to get admitted. But every single time you've done that, you've been right. Okay. Hold on, I was going to ask. Can nobody see? Can she remote view? There's different kinds of seeing, so it's a bit vague of a question, but we'll just ask. Can nobody see? Can she remote view? I gotta know. The Six of Cups reversed. That's a past life card, and the fact that it's reversed, we're in the space together, it didn't feel like you could see, only because I'm a seer. So typically, whether someone knows they can see or not, when they're being viewed, they view right back, and that didn't happen with you. Let me see. Oh no, I could tell. Yeah, nobody wrote, I do call myself crazy and I don't move when spirit tells me to. I guarantee you, because my assignment on this earth is to heal, teach. I sigh because it's a lot of work. Heal, teach, and protect. And the way you come across to me in the ether is you're constantly getting downloads, you're constantly receiving. There's different kinds of ways to receive. Hi. Yaz DZ. Hi. You can ask a question if you want. There's different ways to receive. You can hear, you can see in your third eye, in your mind's eye. You can perceive, kind of like polarized magnets, where you can feel the energy between the two magnets. You can perceive like that. You can have dream premonitions. Objects can move around. Like, the list is long. I didn't even really name the list. So there's different ways. But I say that to say, experiencing your energy, and I told you in my 35 years, there's only been two handfuls of people where I've experienced spirit acknowledging their authority. You're powerful. So the easiest way to do it, oh, that's where I was going with that. I go sidetracked sometimes. I love to teach. And I also, oh, that's what it is. You get exhausted because I know I get exhausted because you're always getting downloads. Um, it gets tired. It does. And it's so random. There's something called clear knowing, I think it's called, where you just know that you know, right? It's so random that you're just like, I just be making shit up. And it's just like, no, you're not. But the more you practice it or the more you entertain it, the stronger you get. So I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell to my loved ones is, would you say or doubt your a loved one the way you doubt yourself? So if you had a child who came to you and was like, hey mom, I think I can hear the dog's thoughts, they're saying this, would you encourage it? Like, okay, what are they saying? Okay, let's see how this plays out in a loving way, right? Or would you be like, don't say that around people, you sound crazy? So talk to yourself how you would talk to someone you love. And because you know these things exist, I'm sure if a child came to you and said those things in vulnerability, you'd listen. You'd be like, really? Okay. Okay, let's figure it out. Okay, let's Google it. Treat yourself how you treat your loved ones. And it's a muscle. You'll get stronger. And then the stronger you get, I can tell you this right now, nobody, more of your abilities will reveal themselves. So that'll be fun too. Okay, let me see. It keeps you up at night, the dreams, and sometimes the energy gets overwhelming. My daughter has something too. So I have a theory. I've never heard this anywhere, okay? This is my theory. I'm very proud of this. I call it spirit DNA. It's just the same way there's red hair, blonde hair, just genetic DNA. I think there's spirit DNA. And I come from a long line of people who have abilities. And if you have it, your daughter absolutely has it. And her powers might be different than you, right? Or you might have the same powers. There's so many different kinds of powers, y'all. It's insane. And more, yeah, there's a long list. That's why I love teaching. Like I could talk about this for days, y'all. Um, I grew up, so I grew up with Santeria, which is an African religion of witchcraft. My mom was a high priestess. My dad was a high priestess. I grew up where there was like chickens in witchcraft. In witchcraft. I grew up with blood magic and black magic. There's three kinds: white, black, and blood. Um, and I didn't even know there was white magic, which would be healing and protection. And then as I got older, I'm just like, um, maybe the things I know like aren't chill because I'm a chill person. Like I like being of service. So then I started educating myself, and that's when I started learning like white magic, which would be healing, protection, things like that. Because it's a movie quote. Salma Hayek said it. It's easy to break. It's hard to heal and put back together. So are those magics useful? Yes, I think all of it is useful, but I'd rather be of service with white magic. She said she knows things, or they just pop in her head, or she sees things. I love that. I love that. Stop. Okay, so I'm gonna butcher it. I think it's like clairomniscient is when you just know things. Me and my three children have that. And there's times, I mean, and ask her this, and I feel like you have it too, where people are talking and out of nowhere you go, they're lying. And there's nothing to even give an inkling that they're lying. Or out of nowhere someone's talking to you and you're just like, they're hiding their sadness. Like you just know that you know. That's a real thing. Practice it, entertain it more. If she sees things, there's three ways to see. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm talking about the dead, okay? Because there's a ton of ways to see. But you can see the way we're looking at each other, where it looks like a real person. Or you can see where it's an outline, like a shadow of a person. Or you can't see, like with your mind's eye, but you can perceive the outline, like where the energy is at. So I would ask more questions like, okay, well, what are you seeing? Do you see clothes? And she might see a gray or a black outline, but in her mind's eye, she can see the person's clothes. Um, and it might not be that kind of seeing. It might be remote viewing, which is its own thing. So I would ask more questions. I've practically my whole life I can see the dead, but I have blocks up, so it's not as scary as it sounds. It took a long time to learn that. So for me, nothing can knock or even come through because of my blocks. And then there's parameters on those blocks. So think of Harry Potter with his invisibility cloak. There's a cloak, and the ones that can even perceive my energy. I'm not even going to tell you what my blocks are because they're very detailed. But my point is, if she tells you those things, you don't have to be scared. There's definitely barriers that you can put up. Um, and again, there's different kinds of seeing. Remote viewing is in your mind's eye, you can see things play out like a movie or like flashes of pictures, of timelines, of things that have already happened, things that are going to happen, things that are happening right now. It's a lot. Thanks for letting me talk about it. I love it. She says she knows things. They just pop in her head or she see things, right? Yes, all the time. I feel people's emotions. I will ask more questions. I used to see past on people, but I ask God to block that. Yeah, that's a thing you could do for sure. And I'm sure God answers you. That's for sure a thing. Well, I'm glad you said that. So nobody just said they were not all good people. So I'm glad I told you, you're like so powerful. I already told you, like, stop. I already told you. um, I don't know. I just love this. Like, thank you for sharing with me, for trusting me, because you don't have to. So I appreciate you. Um, so one of my favorite things about everything we're talking about is how we were just talking about the dead, for example. When you can look into the abyss, it can look back at you, right? That's why barriers, blocks, asking God, that can be a block for sure, are important. So you're a lighthouse in darkness. So if you ever notice, you attract a lot of like toxic people. I'm gonna word it like this. I always say somehow I'm the main character I don't even want to be. It should just be happening around me and I'll be chill motherfucker. I'm like, how? How? I'm so easygoing. And it's because I'm a lighthouse. So, and I'm sure you experienced that too, where you're like, is this a movie? Because how did this happen? You attract, you attract that. Whether they know what they're pulled towards or not, it doesn't matter. You attract it. Aw, thank you for trusting me. Don't make me cry. Stop it. I'm so sensitive. Thank you. That's one of the highest compliments. It really is. Stop. I'm trying not to cry now. Stop. Oh my gosh. Yes, a lot of people just walk up to you and tell you their life story. I believe it. You have very, again, grounded energy. I can tell you right now, your energy feels safe. So I have no doubt that in person, strangers come up to you and they're just like, when I was 8, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. And I'm clear knowing, I forget the words for it, but where I know that I know, again, that has a name. I know that I know that you are in fact a safe person. So what they're picking up on is correct. What they feel they haven't been able to say out loud or to be listened to, but they see you and they're like, no, I can tell her. I know that you are a safe person and you are that for them. And it makes me wonder what you're here for, like what your assignment is. Oh, I'm full of questions. I'm full of questions. I feel I don't even have a DM. I was like, I need you to DM me. Like, we need to talk because I'm full of questions. I challenge you to ask spirit or your benevolent ancestors, whoever you feel comfortable with, to reveal to you what your life's purpose is this lifetime, other than being a mother to your daughter, because that's a purpose, right? I stay away from people. Walmart. But I bet they find you anyways. Stop. I know they find you. They sniff you out. Okay. Do me a favor, email me. My email's in my description. And it's just cover me in sunshine tarot at gmail. Email me and we could do it like that. So that way I know it's you and we'll do it like that. Yes. And I love teaching. I love teaching, guys. For the because I just bought Evil Eye bracelets. Spirit was being very, very clear with me to load those onto my website to provide the service of protection, right? And then I just created a whole 5-page document on what to do with that. Because it drives me nuts that most people don't know what to do with the evil eye, which is getting it is enough, but like activating magnifies the power, sealing the activation, what to do if it breaks off, different ways to cleanse it if it hasn't broken off, but you can feel the weight of the, like, I love this. I love teaching. I love being of service is the easiest way I put it. Okay, I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you for everyone who just hung out with me. I love you guys. I do. I appreciate it. Also, I just honestly the people I attract regarding like because I've learned to put up barriers, nobody. I have different barriers up now. So the only people that come in now, it's either a very clear lesson I have to learn where I catch it quick. I'm like, okay, I got to work on this internal issue with this person. I see what's happening here. But besides that, the people that do come in, ever since I put my barriers up, they are beautiful souls. They are people who are on spiritual journeys, and people who follow me, listen to me. I know you guys absolutely fit in that, and I'm just so grateful that you're here with me. Let me see. God don't make no mistakes. Amen. And you answered a prayer. Thank you so much. I have chills right now. Stop. That is such an honor. No, that means everything to me because I don't know. I never not feel crazy, if that helps you, nobody. Because I know there's a lot of confidence. Because again, I know that I know things, right? But there's always my own voice in my head going, "You sound fucking nuts." There's so you saying that, I'm like, thank you for saying that. Because as soon as I like end this, I'll be like, I hope none of my coworkers no, they already know I'm crazy, but still. The joke I make anytime something comes up, I'm like, I look normal, so you get me talking. So, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And nobody email me, okay? Anyone can email me, but specifically nobody also email me. Bye, guys. Take care of yourself.